people had jumped into the sea earlier. And now we're back down to Lockhart Road and Marsh Road, and we see a bunch of protesters going the other way down into Lockhart Road. Earlier there have been some skirmishes with police not in riot gear here. We see the shops are closed, and police are warning the public not to come to this area. We're looking down now on Lockhart Road near Marsh Road. Protesters are still gathered here. Many onlookers and media as well. The protesters are trying to march earlier. We heard reports that some protesters have gone to Hennessy Road and heading towards away from Causeway Bay area. This march had started earlier today from Victoria Park, and it was largely peaceful until about an hour ago. And in fact, some protesters floated yellow balloons down the streets of Wan Chai, and they shouted slogans to voice their plight. And now we're on the Marsh Road flyover, and it seems that people are heading away from the protest area and back into Lockhart Road. They're all coming back down to Lockhart Road. And this has been the scene today, this afternoon, of some violent skirmishes. The police don't seem to be prepared down here. They were not in riot gear as they are on Hung Hing Road. Earlier, when the protesters had arrived at the protest zone, some of them had even presented flowers to the police, and a group of Koreans dressed as Taoist priests decided to take the plunge into the harbor. Those were the orange robes that you saw just now. But it's not quite clear where the protesters are heading now, but they are all leaving the protest area at the Wan Chai Cargo Basin. And they're marching. The Koreans especially are very well organized. There are always information in some sort, whether they're dancing or singing, or right now they're in a half jog down Lockhart Road and heading, it appears, away from Causeway Bay and into the Wan Chai area and towards the convention center, actually. That area is very heavily guarded with police. There have been a lot of traffic diversions today. The authorities have cordoned off, shut down roads in Wan Chai, and the police are telling the public avoid the area. And if you're driving, you can't even get in the area. It's not clear where they're heading, but certainly all the protesters are now heading towards the convention center. Police, through the loudspeakers, people are calling for calm. And now we have reporter Mike Cheung on the phone. Mike, where are you and what are you seeing?
Hey, right now I'm on Fenwick Street, the corner of Fenwick Street. There is a large contingent of Korean protesters here. Earlier they left the Wan Chai cargo area. It seems they're trying to break in through a police barricade here in Fenwick.
Break into where?
Break in through Fenwick. I don't know what the path is after that.
Are they heading towards the convention center or?
There are two scenarios. It seems like they will go towards the convention center, but there's another way outside the convention center that they might go to. So even the police right now don't know where the protesters will be going to.
And on Fenwick Street, are the roads closed to traffic? Are roads closed all along the street there?
Yes. Right now the roads are closed on Fenwick Street. Police have erected some metal barriers here to prevent the protesters from getting through.
Now we're looking at Lockhart Road, and it's crowded with police, people, and protesters. Is that the same happening in Fenwick?
I'm sorry, Dana, I cannot hear you.
I'm sorry. Are there a lot of people gathering at Fenwick?
Yes, right now I'm counting there are about 100, 150 people here. They've sat down. They're conducting a sit-down rally right now. Earlier they're trying to get through the barriers. Now I think they've sit down for a little bit, and they're waiting for. I think one of the leaders of the protesters are giving some more directions on where to go next.
Okay, we'll be back to you, Mike. And now we go over to Emma Jones. Emma, where are you and what are you seeing?
The cargo handling area where the protest began this afternoon. Most of the Korean farmers and peasants and the associated protesters